Hello again, this is Don Current with ShelbyvilleToday.com. Going to bring you the weekend events for Shelby County. First off, I wanted to note that tomorrow, Friday, the 11th, is Veterans Day. So be sure and honor our veterans, those that have served and those that are continuing to serve overseas. So just remember them. Also remember there won't be any mail service because it is Veterans Day, but there are plenty of veterans events going on around the county, so please check one of those out. Some in particular, at 8 o'clock there will be one at the Shelbyville High School in the Breck Auditorium. At 1 o'clock there is one at the Horizon Center, which is Senior Services. And then at 7 o'clock there is a Veterans Day program at the Strand Theater, and that one they're going to be having a presentation that includes a video with interviews from Shelby County veterans, and it was produced by the Shelbyville High School Music Department, so that's pretty neat. It's a good one to check out. So again, remember veterans on this special day we set aside to remember them. To get into some of the events of the weekend, the weather-wise, we're looking pretty good. We're actually looking at a little cooler than we've been having it, but actually more appropriate to the season. But it will be a nice weekend, it looks like, with rain maybe coming in towards the end of Sunday. But Friday and Saturday look sunny, with Saturday being high of 58. So should be a pretty good weekend. Something that else I'd like to note is that we actually have a company here in Shelbyville, Shelby County, that has been recognized for their achievements. Chocolate for the Spirit. You might have read about them in the newspaper. They've only been around a short time, but they're actually doing quite well. They've actually been requested to come to a prestigious chocolate show in New York City. There's actually people from around the world that are going to be there. So that's pretty neat. There's only about 50 chocolatiers that were invited, and they are actually there from November 10th through 13th. You can actually follow what they've got going on by going to their Facebook page, which is facebook.com/chocolate-spirit, or following them on Twitter at twitter.com/chocolate-spirit. And then you can also find out more about them at chocolateforthespirit.com. And of course, we have an article for them about them on shelbyvilletoday.com that you can look at. Another community-wide event that we're looking at is Walden. They're in the running for a grant from the Pepsi Foundation, and so we can actually do our part to help them receive that. You can go to vote for that, and you can text 109643 to Pepsi, which is 73774 if you use text messaging. You can also go to www.refresheverything.com/Waldron-band-instruments. So let's help them out. Let's help them win this grant. School budgets are being cut, and one of the first things to go are programs like band and music and different arts type things. So let's help them be able to fund their programs through some alternate sources. So be sure and check that out. And you can actually vote every day, and it's going on until early December. So that's another interesting thing that's going on there. Now let's take a look at some of the events that are actually happening on Friday. You can see that during the day, we actually have Major Hospital is having something kind of unique. It's a vendor fair. These are their employees, actually. Some of them have different crafts and things that they do, or maybe they're like a Pampered Chef rep or something like that. And they're actually going to be at Major Hospital down in the cafeteria in the conference rooms A and B. They're there and showing off their different wares, and you can actually go in there and maybe pick up some Christmas presents or whatever. So go there and check that out and support the employees of Major Hospital. It's a pretty unique event. Something that we have going on in the evening is something I'm involved in, which is the Geek, Gala, and Adult Spelling Bee. This is a fundraiser for our library, and going to be a fun event. I'm going to have a bunch of adults out there trying to spell. There will be alcohol involved, so that should be interesting. That's going to be at Indiana Downs on Friday evening, so come on out and see those of us who have been brave enough to dress up like geeks and get up there and try and spell some really difficult words. And there's also going to be food there and some other events that you can enjoy there. So check that out at shelbyvilletoday.com. Then we move into, also I should note that going on Friday and Saturday at the library, they're also having their Friends of the Library book sale. And you can go in there and get books that they no longer need or that have been donated. And they're really cheap, 75 cents to a couple dollars. You can get books. A lot of good titles there. We've already been there and checked that out and picked up a few things. So be sure and get in there and support the library in that manner as well. Also going on all weekend, some of you may know that if you have a middle schooler, the 7th grade is off on their annual space camp trip. So on Monday morning, we're going to have a whole bunch of Space Cadets running around at the middle school. So that's another fun thing that's going on. You might also remember the teachers that are chaperoning them. I believe there's only a couple of them that are with all these kids. So that should be pretty interesting for them. So remember them in your prayers. Also on Saturday, we have the 4th annual Major Night for a Major Cause. From the ridiculous to the sublime. You can actually check out more of that at the majorhospitalfoundation.org/a major night with dashes in between the words. And this is basically a fundraiser for the Major Hospital Foundation, which does help to support the operating costs of the hospital and help those that can't necessarily pay for some of the services that they need. So they're going to have Haywood Banks is going to be there for the ridiculous portion of the evening, and then they're going to have some various jazz musicians and things in the evening, and then they're going to have some drawings and a few things like that. So that's another event going on this weekend that you can check out. That actually will be going on from it starts at 5 o'clock, so I imagine that'll be a few hours starting at 5 o'clock at Indiana Downs. Then at 6:30 on Saturday, Parks and Recreation Department is going to be having a free movie, and they're showcasing the Indiana classic Hoosiers. So if you want to get out there with your family and enjoy a free movie, you can go over to the Parks Department. Actually, they're having it at the Shelbyville High School Garrett Gymnasium, so you can check that out. There will also be refreshments available for purchase, but again, it is a free movie that you can check out and enjoy with your family. And that pretty much wraps up what we have going on for this weekend. Another lighter weekend, so enjoy it. Enjoy the somewhat pleasant weather that we're going to be having. And again, on Sunday, be sure and check out the church of your choice and enjoy the day with your family. And we hope that you are enjoying these video casts. And if you have any events that you want to get to us, please email them to shelbyvilletoday@gmail.com. Any kind of events that you have coming on up, we'll get them on the calendar and share those with everyone. And be sure and go and check out our calendar and our business directory and the different articles that we have on shelbyvilletoday.com. Thanks a lot.